Hey guys, I'm back again. I wasn't really planning on doing a vlog until later on in the week, but I've had this last 24 hours a lot of text messages, direct messages, emails from people that follow me on my general vlogs concerned over what was said last night in the Prime Minister's speech and the impact that it's having on them and their mental well-being. And I'm a little bit concerned. So I'm doing this vlog today to send lots and lots of love out there to you guys, the ones that have taken the time to message me. I have spent most of the morning replying to you all, but to let you know that I hear you and I get what you're saying. And I myself are feeling the same sense of uncertainty as well. We've got to find a way to deal with this, because as I keep saying and keep reiterating in my vlogs, this is not going to last forever, this situation. We're going to get through all this confusion, and at the end of it, we're going to be there, and we're going to be there for each other and be back with our family and friends, and hopefully go back to some sort of sense of normality, whatever normality will be after all this. But my concern is that people are getting quite stressed and anxious. I think they were hoping for a bit more and hoping a bit more clear guidelines on what the process is of us coming out of this pandemic and loosening the restrictions. I think eventually the government will bring out a clearer guideline. My concern is that they need to think about more about how the effect this is having on people's mental well-being. And I think that's why they're trying to encourage you to do sports and to go to parks and go out in the sunshine, because the sun is a very, very good source of vitamin D, and also it releases endorphins in your body, which makes you feel good. As you probably can see on some of my posts, that I quite often like do my 10 minutes outside in the garden just to try and get vitamin D, because I do a lot of long shifts and sometimes I go to work in the dark and come home in the dark. So when I can, I like to get out in the garden and just get a little bit of 10 minutes of blast of the sun to try and get them feel good and endorphins inside me. Another way I cope with situations like this, and I feel that if I'm getting overwhelmed, I turn the telly off. I stopped watching telly over 18 months ago, because I think sometimes it can become overwhelming, and especially if it's not something you really want to hear and people are like pulling it to pieces, any news that's in the news, and they're putting their take on it, and it can cause more and more confusion in your mind. What I tend to do is watch whatever speech or statement that's been given out, and then I turn the telly off. I don't listen to the bits afterwards. I like to try and figure it out myself in my head, and it's a bit hard with what he said last night because I just don't get any sense out of that. We are going to come out of this, and we just have to bear with it. My goodness, we all made some major sacrifices in our lives. I mean, oh my goodness, I didn't envision to be in this situation this time last year. My biggest fear this time last year was walking into a crowded room and the focus being on me at a birthday party. And now my fear has turned around, and I want to be around them people. So it just shows you how your mind can change over certain situations, and it's about trying to manage it. There's loads and loads of support groups out there. Mind I've come together with Samaritans, and they're putting loads and loads of things up on their website and signposting you to things that might help you deal with situations, either relationships, debt management, loneliness, You know, they're doing amazing stuff on there. So go and check them out. Also, there's a lot of the mental health advocates on the social media sites are giving up their free time, and they're giving you guidelines and also signposting you to places where they think they might help and you can get some relief from, and where you can go and talk to people. This situation has had a major impact on everybody's mental health well-being. We all had plans this year. My God, I had some amazing plans this year and they've all gone. And yeah, it makes you sad and you want nothing more than your life to get back to normal. And we will get back to some sort of normality at some point. But in the meantime, the most important thing is your health. And this is why the restrictions are in place. And please remember that. It's to protect you from this horrendous virus that's going around at the moment. And believe me, it is not nice. So that's why they're asking you to stay indoors. That's why they're asking you to socially isolate, because it's horrendous. And it is, you know, had devastating effects on some people to the point where they've lost their lives. And we want to minimise that. And that's why the government is still asking you to stay in. Yeah, we all wanted to come out of lockdown. God, do I want to come out of lockdown? I am so sick of all this. But I've got to try and realise that this is about my safety. And I want to come out of this and be able to go and see my kids again. And like you guys, you'll want to go and see your family and friends again. Anyway, please take care. Please look out for each other. If you know somebody that's getting a bit low in mood or down, throw them a text, throw them a phone call, give them a video call, do something. Be there for each other. You know, if anything else, we've realised the value of friendship and relationships through all this, you know, and how I've seen how amazing some people can be. I mean, my friends are amazing, you know, they know that I'm here, and they quite often, you know, just drop me a text. They know sometimes I might not respond to it, but they know that, you know, they drop me a text, are you okay, Rach? Everything okay? And just to know that they're there if I need them, that is quite heartwarming and reassuring to me. So do the same to somebody else. Okay, so bear with it, guys. Honestly, it's not going to last forever. And hopefully in about another 3 weeks, we might have we can move on to the next step of getting out of this situation and trying to return back to some sort of normality. We're not going to be like this forever, okay? This will end eventually, but we're stuck in it at the moment, so let's just stick together and let's just support each other. Okay, so big hugs from me to you, and take care. And hopefully I'll speak to you next week, and hopefully a bit more cheerful. Okay, bye.